Once upon a time, in a small village, nestled amidst lush green fields, lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was known for his carefree nature and his tendency to procrastinate. He would often waste time playing with his friends or daydreaming about the adventures that awaited him. One sunny morning, Jack's father called him to his side and said, "Son, the most valuable asset we have in this world is time. It is the one thing that we cannot buy or gain back once it's gone. It is important to recognize the value of time and utilize it wisely." Jack nodded absent-mindedly, not fully grasping the significance of his father's words. He continued to live his life, believing that time was an endless resource that would always be available to him. One day, as Jack was engrossed in a game of cricket with his friends, he noticed an old man sitting under a tree, watching them play. Curiosity got the better of him, and Jack approached the old man. "Excuse me, sir," Jack said. "Why are you sitting here alone?" The old man smiled kindly and replied, "I am simply enjoying the beauty of this moment. You see, young boy, I have come to realize the true value of time." Jack was intrigued. "What do you mean, sir?" The old man began to explain. "When we are young, we often take time for granted. We waste it on trivial matters, thinking that we have all the time in the world. But as we grow older, we realize that time is fleeting. It slips through our fingers like grains of sand, and once it's gone, it can never be reclaimed." Jack listened intently, his eyes widening with understanding. He began to reflect on his own life and the countless hours he had wasted. The old man continued, "Every moment we have is precious. It is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to make a positive impact on the world. If we don't value our time, we are essentially throwing away the gift of life." Jack felt a pang of regret. He realized that he had been squandering his time, neglecting his studies, and failing to pursue his passions. Determined to change his ways, Jack thanked the old man for his wisdom and rushed home. He made a list of all the things he had been putting off and vowed to spend his time more wisely from that moment forward. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Jack worked hard, studying diligently and pursuing his hobbies with a passion. He no longer wasted time on trivial matters, but focused on what truly mattered to him. As time went on, Jack's efforts paid off. He became a diligent student, excelling in his studies and earning the admiration of his teachers. He started to write stories and poems, pouring his heart and soul into his creations. People around him began to take notice of his talent and praised him for his dedication. Years later, Jack stood tall as a successful writer, having published several books that touched the hearts of many. He looked back at his journey and realized that it was the understanding of the value of time that had propelled him forward. Jack never forgot the old man's words and the impact they had on his life. He made it his mission to inspire others to value their time and make the most of every moment as he traveled from village to village, sharing his story and motivating people to seize the opportunities that time presented. And so, Jack's story spread far and wide, inspiring countless individuals to recognize the true worth of time. The village that once knew him as a carefree boy now looked up to him as a beacon of wisdom and inspiration. From that day forward, Jack lived his life with purpose, cherishing every second and making every moment count. He knew that time was a gift, and he intended to use it to leave a lasting impact on the world. Moral of the story. Time is the most precious and irreplaceable asset we possess. Wasting it on trivial matters can hinder our growth and potential. Recognizing the true value of time and making the most of every moment can lead to personal transformation and inspire others to do the same.